That is all from the courts.
Of appointment of advocates that predates
responses online, and would kindly request that the hard copies.
The housekeeping. Let's look at the housekeeping. Of course, I'm still with my panelists here. We have Churchill Saoke, who is a governance expert and a lecturer at the JQAP, and we also have a constitutional lawyer who happens to be Henry Kurauka. Gentlemen, karibuni sana.
Asante sana.
We have been following this keenly, and I'm quite sure this pre-trial conference answers a lot of questions for Kenyans who are asking what exactly is a pre-trial conference. That is exactly what has just transpired. You see, there's nothing that they have raised of substance in regards to the case. They haven't touched the merits of the case yet, but they were just keeping time management. Of course, there are some of the rulings that they have been able to give by that court. The first time is that they've urged that there will be a strict time management, as CJ has talked about. They do not have the luxury of elasticity when it comes to time, and of course they will limit the number of counsels. You remember, we have only 5 days to have the final decisions. They have talked about 25 preliminary issues have already been dispensed, and 2 petitions have been struck out. As we told you earlier, is that the Moses Kuria one was dispensed. One of the reasons being the jurisdiction of the court. If he indeed needs to refile, he has to go to the High Court. Another thing is that they have consolidated the 7 cases. Now they are one, and this petition now officially has been baptized, and its name is Raila Odinga and Martha Karua petition. And they will be given, for the first day, they will be given 3 hours. That is the side of Raila Odinga, and also the first respondent being President-elect William Ruto and his deputy Rigathi Gachagua. And they talked about 9 issues set for determination. And before, gentlemen, we go to the 9 issues set for determination, Wakili, there's an issue I had raised here earlier on, and it seems to still be dogging the proceedings today. That is on time. Time is of essence. Time is quite limited, even for this petition.
Yes, it is true.
That is outside, just a minute, Council, that is outside the Milimani law courts, and the councils will also be moving to deliberate on the 9 issues that the court has talked about will be issues for determination. And after that, they will be reconvening at about 4 p.m., being the first ruling of the day. And you can see there the councils, of course, they had so many issues. Majority of those councils who have risen up have raised the issue on time. They're asking for more time, which the court says we do not have that time. We have to share the little time, the little time that we have, and manage it well. Wakili.
Yes, unfortunately, we have only 14 days from the date of filing the petitions to have the judgment. Therefore, the pressure on the judges is extremely high, considering the volume of work, the documents, the evidence, and also the great public interest in this petition. Therefore, in my view, the judges are very correct when they say that they cannot at lunch time. Of course, we need at most 3 days to finish with oral submissions to allow the judges to retire to write a judgment that must be rendered by Monday 5th. Now, if you look at the time allocated, it is reasonable. The petitions may be 7, they may be more, but the final orders are substantially the same. All the petitions are seeking to invalidate the presidential elections. The facts relied upon in all the petitions appear to be similar, with a few modifications. And the issues framed are fairly done by the judges, correctly done, and if all these issues are answered by the judges and analyzed, then we expect a fair judgment. But let me say this. The main issue that the judges must resolve is whether or not the elections were fair, credible, and transparent in accordance with our constitution and the election laws. And it is important for Kenyans to know that the judges have an obligation